You have probably heard this 1,000 times. Tech jobs are drying up. Companies are firing engineers left and right. And if you are a BTech student right now, that noise can make you question everything. Will there even be jobs left when I graduate? Here's the truth. Companies aren't running out of engineers. They are running out of exceptional ones. While the average developer is being replaced by tools, the top engineers are the ones building those tools. So, this video isn't about what's disappearing. It's about what's emerging. The roles that are shaping tech in 2026 and the skills that will make you the kind of fresher no company wants to let go of. So when people say tech jobs are shrinking, that's only half the truth. What's really happening in this is the bar for getting in has gone up. Companies are hiring fewer people, but they're paying more for those who can keep up with the new demands: AI, cloud, data, and scalable software. This is the world you are stepping into. And understanding these shifts is the first step to deciding which roles will actually matter for you in 2026. Let's start with the most aspirational track: product and MAANG level software engineering roles. These are the dream companies: Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Oracle, and top Indian product firms like Zomato, Flipkart, Paytm, and Razorpay. They are known for two things: building scalable systems used by millions and hiring only sharpest problem solvers. So, what they look for in freshers? First, foundations. Every single engineer they hire is strong in computer science fundamentals: data structure, algorithms, operating system, and system design. If you can solve real-world problems through logic and code efficiency, you have cleared half the battle. Second, problem solving at a scale. It's not about writing the code that works, but the code that performs well when a million people are using it at once. That's why these companies test how you think, not just how you code. Third, project depth. It's no longer enough to have one college project. They expect you to have built or contributed to something that feels real, something with users, integration, or measurable results. And yes, these roles are extremely well paying. Entry-level software engineers at global product firms earn anywhere between 25 to 45 LPA, while those with 1 to 3 years of experience easily cross 50 to 70 LPA. Add bonuses and stock options and the total compensation can touch 80 LPA plus in some cases. But money aside, here's the real reason why these roles matter. They build your technical muscle faster than anything else. The learning curve is steep, and the exposure to clean engineering practices, code reviews, scalable architecture, automation pipelines set you apart for life. While you are aiming for this path, your strategy should be clear: master DSA and competitive coding. Build 2 to 3 high-quality end-to-end projects, preferably open source or deployment ready. Learn one backend stack like Java plus Spring Boot or Node.js plus Express. Understand basic cloud architecture, AWS or GCP. This path isn't easy, but it's the fastest way to build credibility in tech, the kind every company respects and every engineer secretly envies. Now let's talk about the most common yet the most high impact paths: full stack development. If product engineering is about building large systems, full stack roles are about owning features end to end. These are the engineers who can design an interface, connect it to a backend, deploy it on a server, and fix bugs before anyone even reports. Startups love them because in a fast-moving company, you don't have a luxury of 10 specialized teams. You need builders who can take a problem and ship a working product. So, who is hiring? Think fast-growing Indian startups like Swiggy, Razorpay, PhonePe, Freshworks, Ola, and Zomato. Even mid-sized GCCs like Walmart Labs or Cisco India are constantly hunting for full-stack engineers who can manage both front and back. Skills you need: a modern front-end framework like React, Angular, or Vue, paired with a strong backend platform like Node.js, Django, or Spring Boot. Databases like PostgreSQL, MongoDB, or MySQL are a must. And to truly stand out, know the DevOps basics: Docker, Git, CI/CD, and cloud development on AWS or GCP. It's one of the most practical, project-driven routes for new engineers. You learn the entire development life cycles and can literally show your work: a live app, a portfolio, a GitHub repo that recruiters can open and test. Compensation realities: top GCCs and startups pay 7 to 10 LPA for solid freshers, and with 2 to 3 years of good experience, this can rise to 12 to 20 LPA. In certain high-growth unicorns, mid-level full-stack engineers touch 30 to 40 LPA often with ESOPs. How to prepare? Build 3 to 4 real web apps that solves actual problems. Contribute to open source or deploy your own side projects publicly. Learn how to optimize APIs and front-end performance. Be comfortable discussing scalability, caching, and security. Full-stack engineers are the Swiss Army knife of the new tech world. They are versatile, adaptable, and always in demand, especially when the economy wants fewer people who can do more. Next up, the field that's redefining the entire tech job market: AI, ML, and data roles. If the 2020s was the decade of app developers, 2026 will belong to engineers who can speak the language of data. Companies across every sector, fintech, e-commerce, mobility, healthcare, SaaS, are trying to make their products smarter. And that means they need people who can make sense of massive data streams and build models that actually work in productions. Roles to explore: data analyst or data engineer, machine learning engineer, AI engineer or Gen AI engineer, ML ops engineer. These roles sit at the intersection of math, code, and business. The data engineer ensures data pipelines are clean and fast. The ML engineer trains models that makes predictions. The AI engineer takes those models and integrates them into real apps, chatbots, recommendation systems, fraud detection systems, you name it. Why is it booming? There's a massive shortage of AI talent in India. Roughly one qualified engineer for every 10 openings. That's not a random stat. It's from the national hiring data across tech firms. The result? The AI and ML engineers are not among the highest paid professionals even at junior levels. Entry-level data or AI engineers earn around 20 to 40 LPA, while those with 1 to 3 years of experience in product companies average 50 to 80 LPA. And exceptional Gen AI specialists can cross 1 crore plus in global firms. Skills that matter are core programming, that is Python or R, ML frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch, and Scikit-learn, data manipulation using Pandas, NumPy, and SQL, deployment via Docker, Kubernetes, MLflow, and Kuberflow. New frontiers coming up like prompt engineering, LLM fine-tuning, and Gen AI API integration. How to prepare? Start small. Kaggle competitions, open databases, or simple ML models like sentiment analysis or image classification. Then move to real-world projects where your model is deployed, monitored, and improved. Remember, companies are not hiring AI enthusiasts. They are hiring engineers who can productionize and influence. If you can combine logic, math, and system design to make a model actually deliver value, you will never struggle to find opportunities in this decade. Finally, let's talk about the backbone of modern tech: backend, cloud, and DevOps roles. These are the engineers who keep products running between thousands of users log in at once. They build APIs, manage databases, handle deployment, and make sure everything scales smoothly. Without them, even the best front-end or AI models collapse. Who's hiring? Big tech players like AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Oracle, and enterprise companies like JP Morgan, Citi, and Adobe. Even fast-scaling Indian startups, Razorpay, Zerodha, and PhonePe are hiring backend and DevOps engineers like crazy to handle traffic spikes and ensure uptime. Why is it exploding? India faces a 55 to 60% shortage of cloud and DevOps talent. Every company is moving to the cloud, but there are not enough skilled engineers to handle it. So the ones who can, they are treated like gold. What you will be working on: design and maintaining scalable APIs, managing databases and caching layers, building CI/CD pipelines for automatic deployment, orchestrating containers using Docker and Kubernetes, implementing monitoring, security, and reliability systems. Skills that matter: languages like Java, Go, or Python for backend logic, frameworks like Spring Boot, Django, or Node.js, cloud platforms like AWS, GCP, or Azure. Pick one and master it. DevOps tools like Terraform, Jenkins, GitLab, CI/CD, Argo CD, Prometheus, and Grafana. Compensation: backend engineers with cloud or DevOps exposure earn 8 to 12 LPA as freshers. With 1 to 3 years of real experience, salaries jump to 15 to 25 LPA, and senior cloud DevOps leads hit 30 to 50 LPA. Why this path matters? It's the ultimate long game for engineers who want to grow into tech leads or system architects. You learn how real systems operate: load balancing, distributed computing, reliability. The kind of stuff that separates hobby coders from professionals. If you are the kind of engineer who enjoys building things that just work, fast, reliable, and invisible, this path might quietly be the most powerful one you can choose. Now that you have seen all these roles, SDEs, full stack developers, AI engineers, cloud architects, it's natural to think, these are the high paying jobs. So maybe I should chase one of them. The goal was never to tell you what to become. It was to show you what's happening, where's the industry heading, what kind of skills the market values, and how deep you need to think to go to stand out. Because here's the truth. Every role plays well for the top 5 or 10% who have mastered it. Whether you become an ML engineer or a full stack developer, your income ceiling depends on how good you are, not just what title you hold. If you are in an average high paying field, the market catches up fast. Tools evolve, expectations rise, and suddenly your skill advantage is gone. But if you are exceptional at any stack, if you keep learning, keep building, keep improving, you will always be in demand. So don't chase trends. Pick a lane that genuinely interests you. Then go all in. Build projects, contribute, upskill, and treat every new language as a tool or another weapon in your arsenal. Because 3 to 5 years from now, the ones leading teams, even AI engineers or SDE, will be those who know their craft better than anyone else. The field doesn't make you valuable. Mastery does. Choose your battle and make sure you win it again and again. If this video helped you understand where the tech world is leading, hit that subscribe button. Every week, we break down real industry trends that help you figure out what skills actually matter. Stay ahead of the curve, keep learning, and let's grow together. Subscribe now.